is StrangerPalooza. We're at the 2024 RV Super Show in Tampa, Florida, and we're here in the Winnebago booth looking at new stuff. We've got my friend Chris from Winnebago, as well as Phil's here. And you're the design guys, right? Just give us the rundown on that.
Yeah, so for the new REVEL, I'm product manager, Phil's product planner. So we both have really had our fingers in the new design.
Yes, absolutely. And so we're looking at a new Sprinter van here, all-wheel drive version, right?
Yep, so these are starting on the 2023 chassis. So they're the all-wheel drive Sprinter version. So with the 4-cylinder engine and the 2-stage turbo.
Right.
So it's a solid chassis. We've driven the all-wheel drive system. We've taken them off-road back to back, and the all-wheel drive's good. And the torque down low is a lot higher than what the old V6 had.
Yeah.
Thanks to that 2-stage turbo.
Okay, and I think especially in a 144, right, in your shorter length, and Winnebago is kind of like known for this REVEL. I think this is the most popular, right, in the van life. I've seen so many videos. I think this is, are we in the second or third generation of the REVEL now?
This is, well, we kind of think of it as a 2.5, but it's really it's the third generation.
Yeah, yeah. So what were you guys thinking when you started looking at this? Like, were you getting feedback from owners? Just what was the process?
Yeah, so it was a combination of feedback from owners and actually, a group of us went out, using REVELs, and we came back. We took off our Winnebago hats and just kind of went through. Okay, what was good? What was annoying?
Right.
And then Phil was able to take that feedback and put together a plan to make a nice improvement to the REVEL.
Okay. So what was the mission, Phil? What do you think? What were the most important things?
Storage, power, water. Looks, we wanted to change looks.
Yeah.
A lot of people are coming out with the same look.
Everyone's following you guys on this one.
Let's change it up.
Yeah.
So you'll see that on the outside. We really changed up the look.
Okay. So, power, I think you said, is a big deal, right?
Yeah. Really, when it comes down to it with REVEL, authenticity matters. Okay. We're not building these things just to go for a look and such. It does look great, but what are the real world capabilities?
Yeah. Can you buy this and go off-road without making a bunch of changes?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So run us through it. Let's go through it here. Let's start up front. So with the all-wheel drive system, was there anything you're getting? Is it like more lifted than before?
So you've got just as much lift as you had before.
Okay.
It's always on, so that's kind of a nice advantage, especially Colorado.
Yeah.
Actually, for just bad roads, snow.
Just your everyday driving.
Yeah. And that can get up on the ski slopes. It can turn.
Yeah.
It can turn nasty, and the all-wheel drive is wonderful for that.
Right.
But at the same time, the electronics have been updated, so when you get into those cross-loaded situations, where you've got a wheel spinning and in the old Sprinter, you'd give it throttle, hold it, and then the brakes would grab and you get over. Well, the same thing happens, and the Mercedes couldn't give me an actual number on this, but my impression was that it happened in about 20% of the time.
Okay.
So it's a lot faster. Reacting.
Yeah. The feeling of just going. So let's start up front. I can see that on the roof rack you've got lights that comes along with it now.
Yeah. So the roof rack, the core of it, with our crossbars and everything, is still there. It's a solid roof rack, but we've changed out the front fascia, the rear fascia, and then some side plates on it. The two lights up there, Black Oak brand, are 11,000 lumens each.
Okay.
So 22,000.
Very nice.
When you turn the things on, you can tell.
Yeah, it's daylight.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So is this color, what is this, blue-gray?
Yep, so this is the blue-gray. We'll have three colors for a launch here. The blue-gray, the pebble gray, and then that nice metallic selenite gray.
Okay, all right, cool. And are there any graphics options that we can get along with it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So
let's just go this way here.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's three ways that you'll be able to order it in terms of, and graphics is kind of a not really the right term.
Okay.
This is the base, like we'd call it a graphics delete, but the next level we add the Raptor, it's like bed liner material.
Okay.
On the hood, going down low here.
Oh, okay.
And then like on the pods, on the side of the van, and then we've got, and we've had that before, but now we're adding another option that puts sort of a mountain motif on the side.
Oh, okay.
But again, it's not a
It's not a
vinyl
decal.
graphic. It's not
Is
a
it
decal.
actual paint?
It's that same Raptor, but applied in a pattern.
Oh wow. Okay, that's nice.
So it's kind of something new under the sun.
So it's kind of functional.
Yeah.
As well as decorative.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Very nice.
So-
and then I noticed with the wheels,
Yep.
they're Revel branded.
Yep. So we've got a new custom wheel. Our exterior design folks put a lot of work into with our partners.
Yeah.
So you won't be able to buy this wheel
From anywhere else?
anyplace else.
Okay.
They are Revel branded. Exact Mercedes fitment, so they use the OEM Mercedes lug bolts.
Okay. Cool.
But the offset is set out. It's 12 millimeters, and that allows Phil. Help me out. What size tire? If you
Is
need
it
to
a
come
little
out to
wider?
market.
Well, yeah, it's a little wider. So what you can do is go to the 275 tire
Okay.
in the aftermarket
Oh.
without adding a spacer.
Oh, okay.
So it works out a lot
Yeah,
better.
that helps.
So,
Yeah. No, that's good.
But the visual effect is there's a little more of there's a stance difference. If you look at the previous Revel along with this one, it's like, oh yeah.
Looks a little tougher.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then I noticed the side steps also a Revel.
Yep. All new.
Okay.
So we've kept some of the nice features we had before. So we can wrap around here. This is where you tie up your dog.
Right. Yeah.
You know, on both ends, which
Cool.
is something we had before. We still have it.
And then something I'm noticing is that there's these little Easter eggs all through. Like this is a van.
Yep.
And I'm starting to notice it all over. So in this video, see how many times you can count those.
It'll be a
Because
lot.
there's a lot of them. There's none in the rims that I could see.
Yeah.
But definitely there, and we'll show you guys some other ones.
Yeah. And the other thing, it's a tough running board. I think we did a little better job of getting everything tucked up higher with them. And the width of the running board is a little bit greater.
Yeah.
So it closes off this space here, makes it actually a little more pet friendly.
Yeah. Also helps keep like brush and whatever you're going by a little bit off the van, right?
Yeah.
But if you get that Raptor on there as well, that'll be good.
Yep. And
Okay.
we still have the lights below the running boards, which is one of those things that I never really thought of much in an off-road van, but boy, it actually is nice when you're camped out.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, because there's no light out there.
Yeah.
You're all the light pollution. Some places that you go to. So are these windows still in the same location?
Yep, the windows
Okay.
are in the same location. We're still using the dual pane insulated windows,
Okay.
for the insulation there.
Yep. I like that. Obviously, we've got cassette toilet in here, the cartridge.
Yep, we've retained that.
And your gray tank is down there as well.
Yep.
And then what else are we looking at back here?
Well, we have the new ladder.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go in here. So new ladder, a lot wider.
So if you remember last year, we had the ladder that mounted on the passenger side rear door, which you needed to remove, hook it on over here to use it. Now we've got a fixed mount ladder on the driver's side door.
Yeah.
And you
Yes,
can
I do
see
remember that. Yeah.
more
Very
back
cool. A lot wider, I guess easier for you to climb up, and then you could also strap stuff to this if you need to. And then also I see the van in there.
So what I wanted to point out was on the roof rack itself, we've kind of dressed up the side of it,
Yeah.
but we've got extra mounts for you to mount stuff.
Oh, okay. So is that what these slits in here are? These rectangles? Okay.
Which is back more to that authenticity and capability.
Right. Yeah. And then also I noticed back here, it looks like you've got a van and some 3 dashes. Now I'm just gonna point those out every time I see it because I feel like it's a competition.
It is.
All right. So is that pretty much it back here?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go around this way. So are these window things new here? I know you Winnebago always has this kind of stuff, but did you guys do any new
Yes.
stuff here?
So the window coverings on the back are new, and they're part of an interior upgrade package. So we have got 3 interiors, Stealth, which is just kind of a gray, neutral colors. We've got one called Solstice, where the cabinet doors and everything are sort of a mustard yellow. You know, it's kind of almost the same color as this here.
Oh, nice. Okay, so pop of color.
Yeah, so it's a nice pop. And then we have our 3rd interior that we'd call Overlander, which is what you're looking at here. And this is where we start bringing in really 2 things. One is a wood grains, so you've got the nice, rich oak.
Yeah, I noticed that. It looks really nice.
Yep,
Yeah,
in there.
like
But then-
rustic.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it also opens up an interior upgrade package,
Okay.
which that's where you're going to find like these zippered window coverings in the back, full extra insulation.
Okay.
You'll see zippered covers that cover the cassettes inside the van.
Right.
Which I think we've got that one on there.
So that's on
Yep.
this bump out here with a window. Okay.
So when you put that insulated cover, it's just secured with some magnets over the over that already good window. You're really upping the insulation factor.
Yeah. And I think inside, someone was telling me on your team that you've got a new method for your sandwich of insulation in there inside of these panels. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're insulated with Thinsulate throughout.
Okay.
It's a very, very, very well complete coverage insulation
All through the van. Okay.
throughout the van.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then since we're back here, we're looking at the gear garage. I don't know if we can get this to go up, so we can get a good look at it. There's no switch here, right?
Yeah. No, the switch is up front.
Okay.
Phil will run that up.
Yeah, we'll get Phil to put it up. So I think you guys did some redesigning back here in the gear garage, right?
Yes.
And this is basically the same bed.
Yep. It's the same
Okay.
bed, but
Different
actually,
mattress options?
yeah. So what we've done is we've brought in our wind sleep technology.
Okay.
So it's a more comfortable mattress. It's an inch thicker than it used to be, and it's also 2-sided. So
Okay.
you've got some soft foam on this side, firm foam here.
Okay.
So if you prefer a firmer sleep, you can flip
You
it
could
over.
flip it. Oh, nice. Okay, is that also on these cushions?
Not on these, but it
Just on the mattress
Yeah.
itself. Okay, very
Yeah.
nice. Okay, so in the gear garage here, so if you want to store stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the gear garage is completely new. Yeah. So I think Ning already spoke about our.
So these you always had side panels, but you've redone what's in the side panels, right?
They used to be the ABS. And
Yeah.
Now they're more of a cabinet,
Yeah.
which makes them more customizable.
Right. Okay.
So that was kind of key.
Okay. So I believe that this driver's side is your electrics.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
And then water over here.
Okay.
One of the nice things that go into this cabinet design, like Ning talked about, we've got 2 power options available, either the 7.5 kilowatt hour battery or a second one for 15. When you get the single, you gain this really nice deep storage space here
Yeah.
for your compressor, your cords, hoses. And then when you get the single battery, you still have it. It's just not as deep.
Okay. So we're going to cut for a second to Nang, he's on your team, and you're going to walk us through the Winnebago Power Max, right? Because that's kind of new.
Yeah, first of all, I'm Neng Piabongkan. I am the engineering director for Winnebago Model Home.
Okay.
And what we seeing here is something that we have been spending a lot of time trying to engineer the best-in-class electrical power system, especially for the REVEL vehicle. Electrical power system is really important for the REVEL vehicle. So there's a lot to talk about on this wall, but I will try to be really brief on here.
Right.
So basically, the whole system is a 48-volt system.
Okay.
It's powered by lithium-ionic GTO batteries.
Okay.
As you know, lithium-ionic is the best-in-class batteries provider for our industry.
Absolutely.
Right.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, and then the vehicle come with one battery pack, which is 8400 watt hour.
Okay.
We use the term watt hour now because we are going with the 48 volt system. We don't use the word amp hour, right?
Yeah.
So
And it's
so
just easier to
easier
understand.
to understand.
Yes.
And the vehicle has an option to have 2 battery packs.
Okay,
which
so you
give
go to
you
like 16 something, almost 17.
Yeah, 16,800 watt
Yeah.
hour.
Mm-hmm.
So it's enough for going upgrade for 7 days. But if you just want to run the air conditioner, you can run it for 24 hours.
Okay, 24 hours.
Right.
Okay.
So that's the main part that power the whole system here, right? But we also spend a lot of time trying to partner with a company called EcoFlow,
Okay.
and together we developed this Winnebago EcoFlow 5-in-1 Power Hub Pro right
Okay.
here. So what you're seeing here is one compact unit that have 5 different functions,
Okay.
right? So the alternator charging, solar power charging, shore power charging. It also does the inverter.
So
And
that's all managed through this panel?
it's all managed through this, this panel, this
Okay.
device.
And where is this in the van?
It's right at the back of the van on the left side.
Okay.
I mean, you can come here and take a look at the
Oh, it's
location.
right here. Okay.
So the power hub is right behind that
Yeah.
wall.
Okay.
Right, the one battery standard version
Okay.
would be behind that cabinet
On
as
this
well.
side, okay.
So we have the second battery option. You see the second battery here, and then
So it would take up this space.
it will take up this space, but it will have enough storage space
Okay.
for user as well.
So it's behind on the power side, right? Driver side.
Right.
Okay. And this controls everything you were saying, right?
This provides the power management for everything in the vehicle. So what you can see here, I can point out few things that I would call industry leading type of features. So first of all, the unit output 3600 watt of the inverter output.
Okay.
So this is the best in class. The whole
Yeah,
unit,
especially for that size.
right?
Yeah.
And you can see the whole unit, right? We have 5 different functions in one unit. And you can imagine that we can provide more than 50% space and weight savings
Yeah.
of the vehicle. Is so crucial for REVEL.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. The whole
And-
point of like going off road and everything is to make it as light as possible.
Exactly. And you can see that we also have the different method of charging to the power system, right? So we have a way to charge from the OEM, the Sprinter alternator, and also the way to charge from the second alternator. And
Okay.
the second alternator is a high output 48 volts alternator that has a really good voltage regulator here that always communicate with the lithionic system to provide you the safest charging system.
Okay.
in
So
the
if you
industry.
combine those two, you're probably doing the same or better than a generator would do, right?
It-
In a smaller space.
It actually will perform way better than a generator because when you drive the vehicle, you can charge one battery pack within 1 hour.
Within an hour. Oh,
Within
wow.
an hour, if you have 2 packs, it
Yeah.
will be within 2 hours.
Yeah, so on your trip, you're definitely charged up. Okay.
Right.
And then if you have to turn it on and run it idle, you're still good. Okay.
Exactly.
Awesome.
So we also have the solar rooftop panels. We have about 210 watt of roof solar, but we also provide the additional port for the solar at the back of the vehicle right
Right.
here.
So you can add an extra solar panel or two.
You can add an array of portable solar panels.
Yeah.
And with this system that we are developing with EcoFlow, you can add up to 1600 watts of solar
Oh, really?
power.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That'll definitely get you, that'll definitely do something. I know that's
Exactly.
really the issue. How many solar panels can you get in there
right.
to charge back up? And then I noticed. So is this a new interface and then also app that you guys are working with here?
Yes, so we partnering with EcoFlow. They develop a customized, control and monitoring screen
Okay.
for us for Winnebago. So you can look at this one panel and you can see all the information from the battery, from all the different type of charging power.
Okay.
And you can turn the alternator charging, solar charging, shore power charging on or off. You can adjust a lot of parameters there. On the output side, we have the 12 volts DC output up to 1,000 watt, and the AC output up to 3,600 watt.
Wow.
Right,
Yeah.
and then it's also provide EcoFlow also provide the mobile app that you can also use your phone to monitor your system from somewhere else as well. Like I said at the beginning, I'm really excited about this power system. After a lot of time spent trying to do the research and innovate the system, I would say that this is probably the best power system in the RV industry right now. And we are planning to scale this system up and down to multiple of the Winnebago products.
Okay, cool. That was going to be my next question. So we're going to see that in the Echo, we'll see it in the View and everything else that's out there.
Right. In the REVEL, we call Winnebao Power Max because this is the best in class off-grid type of the power system. In the new Solis T36B, we have Winnebago Power. Standard system.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks so much. I appreciate that.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. But basically, you guys have a proprietary system now so far as power.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things that people were interested in. So that's just you guys have that. Just Winnebago, that particular setup, right? That's exclusive to you guys.
Yep.
Okay.
So we've increased the power, but when you think about going out on an adventure, what do you need to stay out? You need fuel.
Fuel, water.
Water and food.
Food, yep.
Okay, so the fuel, which is really energy, we've upped that significantly.
Okay.
Water.
Yeah.
Over on this side.
Oh, right. So you had 21 gallons before, I think, right? Was your on board?
Yep. And now we're at 35.
35. That's pretty good. That's like 14 gallons.
Yeah. So
that'll save your life.
Yeah. This is best in class.
Okay.
In terms of water capacity now.
Yeah.
Normally, people would have to either do an aftermarket upgrade or add an additional tank underneath. But
so the water side is completely on this side here, right? And then I noticed. So what is this panel here?
You can actually see the top of the water tank through that.
Oh, so this is still the water panel and everything. Okay, cool.
And then we added, of course, you've got your power fill in the back, but we also have a gravity fill.
Oh, okay, right up.
Right up here is a gravity fill.
Oh, okay.
That you can take a plug out to fill it, but most of the people will probably just use power fill in the back.
Okay. So you can run a hose or something in there and fill it, or whatever else if you've got like extra water bottles or something.
One of the things I wanted to point out was we have like these thumb fasteners too. So everyday maintenance is made a lot easier without tools.
Oh, I see.
So
yeah, I noticed them.
The water pump might be behind there.
Oh, okay.
And then you can take this out, the storage out, to access any of the electrical. And then you'll notice we put our distribution panels back here now. They were up front in the dinette.
Oh, yeah.
And it helped us control a lot of the wiring that's in here and make it a lot more easier to work on and accessible.
Right. So how big of a deal is it that you went over to a 48 volt system?
It's huge.
Yeah.
So why 48 volt? Why not 12? The biggest benefit right up front for the consumer is the rate of charge when you start driving. So when you look at all these 280 amp alternators, 12 volts and such, they're going to be charging around that 3,600 watts or so. So if you're filling 7.5, about 2 hours plus of driving. This dual alternator arrangement, we've seen as high as 8,000 watts combined coming off of that.
Yeah. So I think you're down to like an hour on the single battery, and it's probably like 2 or a little bit more on the double. Yeah. Cool.
And that's it's kind of a changer, when you can charge that fast.
Yeah.
It's almost how much lithium do you need when you're charging that fast?
Right.
You start to have to do the math on that.
Yeah. Yeah. especially if you can replace it really rapidly. I think Nang was saying that you can add, what was it, 1600 watts on solar panels externally from what you have up here. What do you have up there, like 400?
200.
200? Okay, yeah. So you can add to that, and that'll help you charge back up as well. But just being able to drive and replenish those batteries, or in idle, I'm assuming as well, you're still going to be able to fast charge it.
Yeah, you'll be able to get some charge at idle. The other nice thing with the dual system is you've got some redundancy. You know, if you have an issue with the large 48 volt alternator, you know, it's not end the trip because you're still getting a reasonable charge.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So here in the floor, you've put in more L tracks.
Yep.
They're all over now. I think you've got 6 different points of contact here. That's nice.
Yeah, really, this, you know, the garage, you know, it's kind of for gear, but we all know people like to build them out with, you know, lounge systems and such.
Right. Yeah. Make your office back here.
Yep. And this design, I think you'll find it will quickly prove to be more friendly for actually building out those lounge systems. And you'll be seeing those showing up probably
cool.
soon now.
Okay. Hint, hint. All right, so let's go around and go in and take a look at what's new on the inside there. Did we cover everything back here? So Chris, we're here at the side now. Let's, what's going on here? You've always had this table, but you've changed it up a little.
Yep, we've refined it some. We've gone to where we had the cable before that you had to manage. Now we've got a strap that just kind of hides itself when you close the table up. And we're using magnets to secure it in place. So it's still adjustable, still the same functionality. It's just a much cleaner design.
So now, when you guys were designing this, what made you go to doing this wood fascia here? I like it. I think it's nice, but you know, everyone's been going away from wood and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, you're not wood, but this makes it look nice, I think, right?
Yeah, and we've got, like I said, we've got multiple interiors. So if you ordered the Stealth, you'd have just sort of a gray material here. One thing we've kept, you know, it's part of what makes a REVEL is all these panels have HPL on both sides.
Okay.
So still, every surface that you touch in a REVEL is effectively a countertop.
Oh, okay.
So that's the level of durability you're dealing with.
Oh, nice. Okay. Let's go in here, see if we can get away from the...
Okay.
So we just wanted to come in just to hide out from the music. So for the YouTube people looking at this, we can't control it.
So Hank, did you notice when we did come in and close those doors, how effectively the band shut out that music? Yeah. That's our new insulation working.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. So there's 4 of us in here right now. And I think we were talking about the wood, and one of the things I really do like, Chris, that I think you guys did, is you included that, or something similar to it here, on on the dash. It's on the doors as well, the door card. I like that.
Yeah,
gives it a nice classy feeling.
Yeah, and that's going to be unique to the Overlander interior.
Oh, okay.
So it does have the, it has that warm, more natural feeling throughout. But we give you the choice if you still like, if you want the, the clean gray subdued.
Okay, yeah, I like it. I like it. So what were we talking about in here?
The seats.
Since we're in, seats. Okay. And I think, so typically on a Sprinter, they're power seats, but they're manual here.
Right.
Why is that?
So it comes to spinning the seats around. As you notice when we spun them, there's a little bit of fore and aft adjustment. It's just the nature of a Sprinter.
Right.
Well, with the manual seats, grab the lever, zip, you're done. With the power seats, you wind up reaching over the seat because the controls are on the door. And then you have to hit the button and wait.
Yeah, I was looking. I was trying to open the door, figure out how I'm going to get to it. Yeah, this is easier.
Yeah.
So are these are still your Mercedes seats, though, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
So just looking at it in here, what else? What's changed in here?
Okay. You see our latches on our cabinet doors?
Yeah.
We used to have the slam latch, which is important on really any Class B, but especially on an adventure van to keep those doors closed.
Yeah.
But in this case, we're using what they call a compression latch. So as we spin that, the pawl spins around and then draws in, so it sucks the door in.
Oh, okay.
So you're
Nicely.
yeah, these are the probably the most solid doors probably in any adventure van. They're certainly up there.
When I was trying to look through the bathroom, it's like, can't get in. Yeah, and then I figured it out though. You just have to spin those. Yeah, that's nice.
And you can see the red on there indicates that, hey, it's open. I'm in park mode. When you spin it around and you don't see the red, then you're in travel. So it works out pretty good.
And we still use we kept what really worked, and that's like the box folded aluminum cabinets, which are one, very strong, but two, it's about storage. If you feel in here how thick that bottom isn't, it's very thin.
Yeah, and you're probably saving a little bit of weight with the aluminum.
Yeah.
Which that's really important, I think, on this.
And that's something when you look from one adventure van to the next, you have to pay attention to. And we're not wasting the space there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we also, of course, we got the soft close hinges.
Very nice. Okay.
So.
Yeah, and I noticed those are all through, so every locking surface has that, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And our drawer system is also new this year. So we upped our game there. And I think this is a good example on the end of the galley to look at.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
If we lift out the cutting board cover, you can see, there's something I guess we would call a system drawer, but it's a more adjustable, higher end drawer system. This is beyond what you're going to find in your typical RV here at the show.
Typical RVs would have like a back socket with a drawer guide that goes way in the back. The drawer guide is actually built into the side.
So it's
here.
so the rails and everything are inside of here.
It's built in.
Yeah.
And then if you pop this little cover off, you've got different adjustments. So if it's crooked, needs tilting, needs adjusting side to side, that is where you would do it.
But this is a high-end drawer system. And it really makes a difference.
I really enjoy. I mean, I could see that you guys put a lot of research and development into what you're doing. That's awesome. And so you've got your inductive cooktop there, right? So that's in there. That's stored away. And I think in the whole galley, if you come this way, Lola, or we'll cut it in. So this galley looks longer. I think, did you take a cabinet, like a side cabinet away here?
Yeah, we extended the overhead. We made the drawers in the galley wider, so they're more usable. And then you kind of lost that little bit of storage at the
it's like a kind of spice rack.
Yeah.
Kind of thing there.
Where we added that.
Yeah, pantry, right.
What we tried to do is just take the storage from that and move it into different positions so that you had more countertop space for prepping food or doing things.
And larger continuous storage spaces.
Okay. Yeah, that looks great. So, okay, let's close that in here. And now going, because I think everything's pretty much the same up here as you would find. I see some bags. We're not going to open all of this because obviously it's a show. Everyone's going to be going through. What's in the bags, Phil?
So that is our inflatable Luno Bed.
Okay,
and that goes across the cab seats. And
so you can
that is something
sleep.
we put with about all the vans.
Yeah.
So you could sleep crossways up here.
Yeah, and I think this shelf is still the same from previous gen, right?
Yep.
And then what's up here? Do you guys have mats or something up here?
So that's part of the interior upgrade package we talked about. They don't have them.
Yeah, I don't think they
show,
want. Yeah, I don't think they want to necessarily show it, but if you can pull
here.
Yeah.
So that's a mat to run through the living area.
Yeah.
Through the living area and then up front here in the cab.
Yeah.
It's just two pieces.
Yeah. So that'll give you a nice look, and it's non-slip, and also I think I can feel on the bottom of that. Yeah.
But that's also back to that functionality and capability in the cold weather. that mat is just really nice on the floor.
So these bags extend from what we were looking at outside, right?
Yep, these are similar to what we had in the back.
Yeah.
You can see they've got the reflective
On the outside.
on the outside there. And they're actually removable. So you see,
nice.
now we've got
You
the
still have this
cassettes
frame.
Yep, we still have the cassettes, so we've got that capability, but they're framed out. So, you know, it's again, we just kind of brought the warmer look
Yeah.
through the whole coach.
Yeah. So I don't know how you feel about this, but this is one of the places I would like to see people steal from you guys more.
They don't need to do that. No one's gonna like these.
This is that's one of the things I like about Winnebago, to be honest, right? Because listen, if you buy your van and then you have to go find all these different things, it's really frustrating because you're trying to figure out, is this going to fit and all of that. So it's really nice to see that that comes with it, and that's typical of what you guys do, right? And then you're always improving on that, I think.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, we love the aftermarket. We've got friends working there, and they're going to be all over this van, and that's awesome.
Yeah. There's a lot of excitement, I think, with this. From what I've seen. Yeah,
there really is. You know, there's just this is the first public showing. There's a few people in the industry that know about it, and you know, they're
I saw this at Open
response
House.
has been really
Yeah.
strong.
At Open House, we couldn't even get in. We couldn't even get in, no. And then, of course, you guys weren't letting, like, you know, I filmed some stuff at Open House. So they definitely kept me out of this one. So, the seats. So with this jump seat, is this different? What have you changed here? Yeah, do you want to swap? Yeah, here, we'll swap out. So you can, so what's changed? I mean,
So
some of the materials changed.
So we've got where this used to be kind of a cabinet bench style. It's now a lot more automotive. It's still comfortable. You know, you can still sit here, you know, working like you used to.
Yeah. And these look like it helps with the airflow, you know, under your butt when you're sitting there for a while.
Yeah, a little bit. You know, it adds some texture and character.
It's still the ultra fabrics material, so it's really soft.
But this seat, the adjustability is where it shines.
Oh.
You can go forward.
Oh, I see.
You can recline a little bit there.
Ah, okay,
So
nice.
Your comfort level in these are really nice.
That's awesome.
So
Yeah.
you get the 3-point seat belts, but now you can have an adult passenger where they're an adult passenger.
Yeah,
here
with actual room.
And have a lot of room.
They need to do this in an airplane.
And they
You
have
won't be able to get through the aisle. Yeah.
the latch system here for your
For the
any kind of child restraint.
Yeah,
So-
car seats. That's great. So that's on both of these,
Yep.
right? So you can have twin babies and still take them with you. All right. So let's. Do you want to go backwards towards the bathroom?
Well, let's
Oh, let's
take
go
a
look at
pause
this. Yeah, let's look at
right
the panel here.
You know, and I think Nang probably talked about
Talked about that one.
Yeah.
our electrical panel up here.
Right.
And it's part of that electrical system, or Nang talked about that EcoFlow power hub being incorporated into this. You know, reducing the number of electrical connections and such, like Phil had spoken about. But it gives you a very nice control panel here. You know, it tells you your output. We've got the air conditioner running there. 1.3 kilowatts input. That's their shore power, I think, is plugged in for the show. So you see where it's balanced.
Yeah.
100%.
So while we're talking about this, might be completely off track, but I forgot to ask Nang. When you guys switched over to 48 volts, did you notice any weight savings in terms of not having to have as much wires? The reason why I say that, for example, like the new Cybertruck is 48 volt, and they saved a lot of weight with that. Did you guys notice anything like that, or is it just it made it simpler for you to do everything?
I can't. At the same time, we added a lot more battery, so it's hard to really put the
weight-wise,
numbers.
yeah. Battery's
weight-wise.
always going to put the
Yeah. But yeah, I think in theory it did, because there's just so many fewer connections, and you know, some of that from, of course, being 48 volt, but you know, a lot of it again was having your inverter, your DC-DC converters, your solar charger, you know, all that combined into one unit.
Yeah.
You know, because those are all connections that have to get made. And every connection, you know, is a potential failure point.
Yeah.
You know, so reducing.
I'm excited
those,
to see that, like, as you guys float that up in the rest of your line.
I kind of want to add though, with the whole system, it's not a cable with a nut that you would tighten down, you know, like a car battery or anything. This is more plug, where it just snaps in, more plug and play, easy to work with.
Yeah, I think that makes it a lot easier to work with and even add on or improve over time.
You take a lot of failure points out of the whole assembly.
The thing with the lithium systems in these vans, you know, we've been going larger and larger capacity, and we're hitting a point where now it's sophistication. You know, so it's things like Phil was talking about with plugs instead of you know, all nut fasteners. You know, more components combined.
I think, and like you were saying, recharging.
Yeah.
So, for example, instead of, you know, okay, I'm going to get 2,000 watts, right? I'm going to get 4, I'm going to get 6 or 10. You know, if you could recharge that faster, you know, you can use it, but then replenish it, so you don't have to add all that weight that the batteries are going to add. You know, so you can go with smaller batteries, but you can, you know, regenerate that energy faster.
Yeah, and that's just it. We're the world is starting to find more. I said it's the sophistication and the balance in the design of these systems.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're gonna, you know, we're working hard, you know, with it. And this is part of this is offshoots from that ERV2 program that I think.
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah.
So there's a lot of the technology developed for that is coming into our vans today.
Yeah. Yeah, very interesting.
But
all right, so let's see. Let's keep going backwards here.
Actually, let's go right
here. Oh, I'm
here.
sorry. We're still here at the panel, right?
Yeah.
Go for it.
So we're still using a Timberline heating system. This is a second generation, and it's, you know, where we had essentially one loop before, because it's a hydronic system, so it's heating glycol, sending it around the van. This one has effectively 3 loops, or 2 loops and 3 zones.
Okay.
But it lets you control the front of the van separately from the bedroom area.
Okay.
Then you've got a 3rd loop, and that loop's purpose is to really is to protect your plumbing in colder weather.
Okay.
So that loop goes down underneath
Into the cabinet.
inside the galley cabinet. So like the cool areas by the door, you know, we're heating those with the glycol loop. Goes back around, you know, your water tank, and all the way back to where your pump and everything is near that rear door.
Okay. So that's helping to keep all those things from freezing.
So you remember me showing like the access port where you could service your water pump and everything. There's a glycol line that runs back by it because that is a cold weather spot that typically, you know, gets below freezing. So we're trying to eliminate that.
Oh, cool. I'm not sure I've seen anything like that in something this size. Maybe bigger. I don't know if I've seen it that often, if at all.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's part of, you know, working, you know, designing your vehicles. We're increasing the capability of the Revel.
So that's really nice. Okay. So for people who want to go out to the Arctic, you know, Alaska, not in the summertime.
Still read your owner's manual.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, so any other changes? I see, is that a Max fan you've got here?
Nope, still a Max fan.
Right.
We do have a divider now.
Yeah, that's pretty cool if we can show that. So you can get some privacy. So especially if you have someone else with you, and let's say they're sleeping up here, you can divide off the bedroom.
But one of the important things right now, I'm just air conditioning the bedroom area. So I can actually turn the AC on low and conserve battery power.
Yeah, you don't have to AC the whole van.
Right.
Yeah. And when he says bedroom area, it's just from the surface of the bed up.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that's more efficient. That'll definitely help it last longer. Yeah, I like that. And then I also noticed that in the bathroom you've put in, before I don't think it was this kind of door. I don't think the door split like this.
No, the door
right?
actually hinged in the middle. This is more of a
so it was accordion style, right?
Right. Right.
So now when you open it, can actually give yourself some privacy
Now
here.
this is considered
Yeah.
cross-coach privacy.
So if you were in the shower and you're getting out and
Right.
drying off and all that, you can move around, but you can have
Or-
some privacy from, let's say, you had a guest.
Yeah,
or,
and
or cover up that side window,
Mm-hmm.
use the panel that Phil just showed, and you're good to go at a truck stop.
Yeah, you don't have to close all this up, and yeah, no one's
Yep.
going to be able to see
And
through.
that-
Yeah, that's good.
But I still have access to the sink as like maybe a bath lav, lav type thing, so I can turn around and I could brush my teeth.
So it's a little bit of a cross-coach bath effect.
Yeah.
And we also gave you this. It was requested by a lot of people that I'd like to wash my hair.
Oh. Okay.
So now you got to pull out the sprayer. So that's all part of the cross-coach bath experience.
Oh,
that
so you can
get.
pull that all the
Yes.
way over here and do your hair.
Well,
It's
in the sink.
Yeah,
Oh,
in
in
the
the
sink.
sink.
In
Okay,
the
you can
sink.
get it up. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. That's nice. So, what did you do different inside the bathroom? We can let maybe Lola. We can switch out and let Lola go in here. Did you change much inside of it? I think before, did you just have? You had multiple shelves.
Yep,
I
Still
think
there.
now you've got one
Yeah,
shelf,
we
but
got-
you've got some storage containers.
yep, that's correct.
Okay.
That's correct. The ledges are still there for, adding shelves, and that's a customization and aftermarket
ledges.
opportunity. We've seen some really amazing shelf systems, installed in these Revel baths.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
Don't forget the mirror.
Yeah,
We
and
did-
there's also a
we did add
mirror.
the important mirror.
Yeah. Did you get that, Lola? Okay, sweet. I think I need you to open up that thing so I can get some AC flowing over here. No, that's very effective. So just going from here back into the bedroom area, have you guys made any other changes that we didn't cover back there?
No, I think we
Yeah.
really covered it.
Yeah, that's a lot for us. This is a small space. Okay, let's just take a look at the drawers here.
Well, I just wanted to keep going. So this is just kind of showing the drawers in the galley area, how the system drawers we talked about earlier. One of the things I wanted to point out though is the USB ports that you'll see. I think there's 6 of them in the coach.
Okay.
And they're USB Type A and Type C.
Okay.
And it is
So
the
both.
high-speed Type C.
Okay. That's good.
So
All right, so I think a few questions I want to ask here as we wrap up. Who do you guys, what's your customer here? What's your prototype of who buys a Revel, let's say, versus an Echo or a View or something else?
Well, it's an interesting question. Revels have appealed to probably a very broad range of like an age range of buyers. There's we get some very adventurous, some younger folks, successful, buying Revels. But then we also find, we've got some older people. I'm thinking of a couple of single women who have bought them. They just love the capability. But the one thread through it all is that when people buy Revels, they use them. It's important for us to be. I feel it's very important for us to be authentic with the product because our customers are authentic in how they use them.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like a do-it-all thing, right? So if you're replacing SUV or something like that, you can get this. You can still use it for those purposes, but drive around, go on your adventures, do whatever you want to do. If you're just going to have like one vehicle, and then in my opinion, you guys have done a lot here. Especially if we go all the way back to the beginning of what you started, there's a lot of good changes in here, man. So congratulations to you guys on that.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
It's
been-
exciting. Yeah.
It's been a journey.
Yeah.
And
a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
a lot of hard work, like Phil said, and something that there's an awful lot of folks back in Forest City and Lake Mills, Iowa, that are rightfully very proud of this.
Yeah.
Of this van.
Yeah, I can't wait to actually come down there and see how you guys build these.
Oh yeah.
Put it together.
Please do.
Yeah, so when will these be available? When will they be hitting like dealerships?
So the production's rolling. You'll be seeing them start landing on dealerships probably in the February timeframe.
Okay. Awesome. All right, so thanks so much, Chris.
Thanks, Hank.
I appreciate it as well as you, Phil. Appreciate that. All right, I hope you guys enjoy the coverage here. We're in the Winnebago booth at the RV Super Show in Tampa. We'll see you guys on the next one. We're out. Thanks, Lola.